Hi, this is just a bit of film we've done down here in Leicestershire in the Welland Valley region on Will Jackson's farm. Will's one of our supplying farmers into Market Harborough, and this is some of the work that we're doing to try and work closely with processors in a way that we can communicate it to your customers and help drive sales.
My name is Will Jackson. We've been on this farm, traditional farm, for 60 years. Traditionally arable, but the beef came into it 12 years ago, the Lincoln Red side of it. And we're just trying to now bring them on to show how marvellous the animal is, how easy feeding, and bring it on into, hopefully, into the trade quicker.
So how long have you been growing cattle on this land?
We've had the cattle here for 12 years. Previous to the Lincoln Reds, we're a commercial herd, but we've changed to these for the facility of the animal, the hardiness of the animal, and the faster growth rate, and being a native breed, easier to work with. And
they can put fat on very well with just 100% grass, can they?
They can, yes. They can be corn fed, but these are just straight grass fed.
So great coverage and terrific marbling throughout the musculature, yeah?
Yeah, marbling's brilliant in the animal.
Fantastic, that's great. We're certainly seeing a lot of interest in native UK English breeds. I suppose that's what drove you into this market.
Well, yes.
This is a traditional breed.
It is a very traditional breed, yes. It's been 1,000 years, around 1,000 years. It's just an easy animal to work with, and a great animal with its content of beef. It's so succulent.
So and a good suckler herd then. So again, I think you said earlier on, you were talking to me and you were saying that historically they would have been a good all-rounder, so good provider of milk, but they've been obviously overtaken by the more milking type breeds that we've seen. But they make an ideal suckler herd.
They do, ideal suckler herd. The milk for the calf at birth is just, there's abundance of milk, gets it going, and as you can see, the calves have grown, and I mean, these are sort of 7-8 month old, and yes, they've just grown on, and then they'll be weaned, and then they'll be on grass fed
till 18 months.
18 months and finished.
You're growing your own herd, but from an availability point of view, is the society able to sustain that?
Yes, there is animals up in Scotland to Wales, as far south as Cornwall. We can sell a bull into the commercial market, and then they can then cross it, and then they then have a reason to buy our stock.
And what size herd would you be running at the moment?
Well, there's 50 cows here.
And what would you ultimately like to get to?
Well,
the sky's the limit, I guess.
100 cows would be
would be a good ambition to get to.
A good start, yeah. So what, from a farmer's point of view, what would Weddell's want out of a beast?
Well, we'd want good uniformity. We're obviously looking for a strong hindquarter, so we're looking for good eyes on the sirloin and a good consistency of weight as well. We talked about size is great, and a good consistent dead weight, which is going to give a good ideal boneless loin of somewhere between 5 and 7 kilos, which is what the restaurant market wants, or the butcher wants, to give us a perfect 8-ounce sirloin steak at a right thickness of 20-30 mil. So it's, again, getting into that science. The more consistency you can bring to us from an animal point of view, and certainly when looking out over your animals now, there's fantastic consistency. But that's what we're all about. That's what our customers want, is when they open the box, they're seeing hard white fat, they're seeing a consistent marbling, and they're getting the right sort of weight band every time, so they can create great steaks for their customer base.
Well, yes. Well, this is why a native breed such as the Lincoln Reds is for that market.
Terrific. And it's also the fact that you can turn these around in 18 months. Again, that's a fantastic sustainability message as well, you know, because you're turning an animal around. We're all obviously aware of bio concerns and all the rest of it. If we can turn these animals around in a very organic way to 18 months to get them to a processing weight, that's got to be better for everybody.
Exactly.
Here we are at Weddell's Market Harborough. We're at the final end of the process. We've got some of Will's fantastic Lincoln Reds process ready to go. You can see the fantastic conformation of the animal as we saw in the field. Great rock hard white fat. Superb condition. And what the guys do here, they mature it for 10 days on the hook, and then it's ready to go through to the customer for a fantastic product. So I hope you found this enjoyable and useful. We think it's a great way to drive sales. We'll see you next week.